welcome back. I know I said that this channel was about food, and it will be, I promise. Just there's a story about Valentine's Day that I kind of had to talk about. Now, Valentine's Day is a holiday where it singles out single people and makes them feel bad, like me, because you have no significant other. So what was a girl to do? Well, luckily I had two new friends, one from work, she was called Jenna, she's from Finland, and her friend who's also from Finland called Sanna. So the three of us were like, we're not staying in on Valentine's Day, so let's go out. We decided to head to Coogee Pavilion, which is a little suburb outside of Sydney. It's just right on the beach, it's beautiful. And the place was amazing. So it was filled with pink balloons, red balloons, and there was a kissing booth, and everything was perfect. We drank, we danced, and we had an awesome night. And then we went over to the kissing booth. But you had to pay $10 to kiss somebody, and I was mega poor, so I didn't do it. Jenna did though, and she kind of fell in love with the guy. She hung around with him for a while until we kind of like ushered her back to come and party with us. Then the event finished, so we headed to Coogee Bay Hotel, which is probably like a 5-minute walk. So we headed there, carried on drinking, having a great time. Sanna unfortunately left us because she was tired, so it was just me and Jenna for the rest of the night. So I was pretty drunk by this point. I may have spewed in the toilets a couple times and was on the water. Yeah, I didn't have any dinner, so I was a bit of a bomb scare. It's quite funny. So I was just walking around chatting to people, and I met these Scottish girls who were really cool. So I was making best friends with them and chatting to them. Then I lost Jenna, and I had to try and find her. So I eventually found her. She was playing pool with about 6 Brazilian guys. She shouted over to me and invited me to come play pool with her, a guy that she liked, and then this other guy who seemingly took a shine to me. But I was so drunk I just didn't even notice. So I played pool with them badly because I'm not good at any type of sport. And then I went to sit down. And I really just wanted to go home, so I kept checking on my phone to see if I could get an Uber. And lo and behold, this creep came over to me and was like, "Oh, why are you trying to leave? Stay, stay." I managed to find the Scottish girls again, luckily, so I was chatting to them for the rest of the evening, trying to get away from the Brazilians. Then Jenna was like, "Oh, I can give you a lift home. The Brazilian guy who I like and I want to go back with," wink wink, "he's taking me home and he lives along your way." So I agreed and I was like, yeah, I'll get in the car and I'll get home. Fabulous. So we make our way to the car, and guess who's sitting in the back seat? His creepy friend. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna get a free lift here. Just get in the car, Lucy. You can handle being with this guy for literally less than 5 minutes. Oh no, I couldn't. He was feeling me up, and he was forcing my face to kiss him. And honestly, I was so angry and so scared at the same time, I literally just froze. So I pushed him off me and I just faced the window as much as I could to get him out of my face. Then we pull up to this house, which isn't mine, and I was extremely confused. So I asked my friend, I was like, "Why are we here?" And she's like, "Oh, this is where the guys live, just come in for a couple beers." And I panicked again because I knew she would go off with him because she liked him and I'd be left with a weirdo. So I ran away from the house and hid behind a tree so nobody could find me and started panicking. Now, flashback to the rest of the night. There was a guy I was texting. We had a thing a while ago, but he ended it, so I was kind of a bit annoyed at him, trying to bring things back up on Valentine's Day. So I'd been texting him, basically arguing with him, and I seen him as an escape route. So I quickly called him. We were in the middle of an argument at this point, and I just said, "Ignore everything, can you please hop in an Uber and come get me?" Now you think if you're in the middle of an argument and you've not seen each other in about a month or two, you kind of wouldn't do that. But luckily for me, he did, and he got in the Uber, and I didn't even know where I was. So I had to send him my location, all whilst off my face, and somehow he found me. But before I could get in the car, I had the creepy friend come up to me, try and touch me one more time before I left. Then I had his friend, who was at the house we were at, trying to convince me to stay for some beers. Then we had my friend being like, oh, just stay, you're fine, have some beers. So I ran away from all three of them and literally dived into this Uber. I hadn't seen this guy for a couple of months and we're in the middle of arguing, but yet I just was so happy to see him. I thanked him, I thanked the Uber driver, and I just had to tell both of them my story of that night. So me and the guy got back to mine and I calmed down a little bit by this point. My adrenaline had finally calmed down and I started to give him a tough time again. And he kind of explained to me the situation that we were in and what he was feeling. So we kind of got into a good place. And that's where my story is going to end because I'm not explicit. Also, when I got home, I texted my friend and I made sure that she was safe and she was happy because I couldn't bear to live if something happened to her. And she assured me she was absolutely fine. She was having the time of her life. So I had a very eventful Valentine's Day, to say the least. I partied with my girlfriends. I got hit on by a creepy Brazilian guy. I had to escape from a weird house. And then I rekindled something with a guy, which I thought everything was over with. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I can do plenty more because I always have eventful nights out. I've included like a little video montage of me and the two girls before all the drama happened. So I hope you enjoy and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, bye!
Boop, boop, boop.